Welcome back for another Derek discussion. I'm here with the homies. We're here to talk about men's mental health. Now, start it off and tell the people, your thoughts and your insights on it.
Alright, what's up, my peoples? My name is Rico. I was born and raised in Boston, and one topic that I want to discuss about is mental health. I feel like this is not just mental health, but men's mental health. Excuse me. I feel like it's a topic that is not very talked about a lot, or people are kind of afraid to talk about it. Let's say in today's society, as men, we're not allowed to discuss our problems or what we're feeling in our heads because we're told from a young age, like, big boys don't cry, and like, I'm not going to try and change the norm, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's about time that somebody talks about it, at least try to shed some light into the situation, because nowadays it's been hard for a lot of people, not just myself. I could say there's a good majority of men nowadays that suffer in silence. Would you agree?
Yes, you want them to open up and, talk about what's going on because it's worse to keep it in.
Exactly.
Because then that develops other problems and issues.
Exactly.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, and it can destroy a man. So it's good that men talk amongst other men about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing I've noticed is that it's always good to try to talk to a fellow man about the situations of a men's mental health, because
They can relate.
yes, exactly. Sometimes it's a double-edged sword to vent to women about certain things because of the uncertainty of what you might share with them could be thrown right back at your face.
Being judged negatively.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just feel like nowadays, as men, we suffer in silence a lot.
Yes.
And
But we need to speak up more.
exactly.
Yeah.
I would like to contribute to the men's mental health factor, the current state of the economy. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of people are struggling to get by, and I'm not saying money makes a man, but when a man is not able to financially take care of himself,
Provide at times because he's struggling through certain things.
exactly, it kind of affects him.
Diminishes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It starts in the mind.
Yep.
And then slowly it works outwards to the physical. Right now, I feel like a lot of people, they're not making enough to even get by. Rent is at an all-time high. There is no hope for a millennial, like nowadays, like the average millennial to get a home.
It's tough.
It's fucking tough, man. Excuse the language.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's been a lot. It's been a hard time for men to try to speak on certain things and stuff like that.
That's why a lot of men struggle, because there's a lot of pressure on them to just take it, and speak about it, have nowhere to go to, and that's not right, They need to talk to people, therapy, trust somebody.
Exactly.
Because people judge, they think negatively, or they're embarrassed to be laughed at, thought as weak, so
Yeah.
that's not the way to be. So.
And it's not the way to be, my
Nope.
brother. You gotta change that up, man. You gotta let somebody know.
100%.
Trust somebody.
You gotta
Yeah.
trust somebody, at least one person in your life, man.
Yep.
You're gonna talk with somebody about your problems. Sometimes you never know, like what's going on in your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like mad difficult sometimes. But you already know how it is, man. I think it's better when you got somebody that you can be like confiable. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can talk to.
Comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like a confidant.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Open door policy to someone you trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talk about anything with no hidden agenda of being judged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard though to trust people nowadays, especially like.
Yeah, that's the point. Right now, I'm sorry, but right now the life is mad difficult. That's another point. It's like the situation sometimes. It's like that you're going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It takes a toll on a man. Yeah.
And who can you talk to sometimes? You know, like you.
It's all fake people out there, so
It's a lot of
very
fake
little.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You sometimes you just feel like I don't know. Me personally, I like I be getting on Uber rides, and sometimes I vent to my Uber driver because I'm never gonna see this guy again in my life. I'll just tell him like, hey, you know, I'm going through this. Sometimes they'll just give me like some cliche advice like, oh, you know, you gotta keep pushing through, bro.
Too mediocre. But I was that Lyft or Uber driver, but I was actually telling people good insight. You know?
Exactly.
Like not vague. You know,
Exactly.
driving, I'm like multitasking.
You got to,
So,
man. Sometimes
You gotta brighten people's days up.
Exactly. You gotta show at least some type of
Support,
compassion.
compassion, motivation, inspiration, insight.
Exactly. That's why I take it as like I look at it like a funny way of venting. That was like the first my first way of like trying to get stuff out of my chest because I was going through a dark time. I didn't really have much family members or friends that I could like speak on certain things.
Same.
And I'm not gonna lie, just me knowing that this stranger, I'm never gonna see them again. I can tell them whatever the hell. I can be like, yeah, you know, I did some fucking crazy shit. The guy is probably gonna go home and tell his people, like, yeah, I picked up some weirdo. He was
Can't believe the story I heard.
yeah, you know. And it's like you would never see me again. So I'm just a fucking figment of your imagination.
A one-off. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, man.
That's how it is.
Yeah, man. And like that's really something that I figured out. It's like I can't really open up too much to people that I know because of the judgment and the fakeness. You know,
Even the ones who were supposed to be there for you, like
Exactly.
family and
Oh,
friends.
those are the first that do you,
You know?
dirty, man.
Yeah.
Those are the first one that do you like fucking grimy as hell, man.
Yeah.
I feel like because they have like close access to you, like they feel like comfortable to fuck you over and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I just, man, no, thank you. I'm not gonna trust a person to tell my problems to like
Right.
that. Like I don't want everybody else knowing my shit. So yeah, so just knowing that there's people out there that you can just pay for a ride, you know, it's like a good 15-20 minute therapist. It's cheaper than going to an actual therapist. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna stop listening to you?
Right.
You got nowhere to go.
Right.
You gotta drive me, bro.
Right.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just being crazy right now.
And I've driven thousands of people, and I've helped people all the time with problems.
Right.
They're like, what do I do with this or that relationship or job or school or other opportunities and careers, or they're just stuck. So, you know,
Mhm.
I solve it by talking, speaking up to them, like, hey, gotta be confident, gotta get through it, but you gotta like stay away from the wrong people. Because they're gonna set you up, they're gonna lie to you, and they're gonna cheat you out one way or another, embarrass you behind your back.
Isn't it fucked up though? Like that's the world that we live in nowadays. Like,
Right. So find the right people is like find a diamond in the dirt, you know?
Yes.
Like you have to link up with these people once you find them and then keep it like an inner circle. You know, like
Exactly.
this right here. You know, like trust. You know, we wouldn't be with each other if we didn't trust each other.
Facts.
So we built that relation and now we're here to talk about stuff and discuss it. You know.
And it's a great opportunity, man. I appreciate you for
Yeah.
reaching out and telling us,
Yeah.
like, hey, come
On this
through.
platform, everybody is safe, it's fair, and people can talk about things, you know, no judgment. So, and that's to help inspire other people like you who are watching to be motivated to do the same thing, replicate this type of inspiration and succeed in life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I believe going to church, that's a good start right
Amen.
there. And you know, try to socialize with people that can try to elevate you. You know, I'm not gonna say that all church folk are good, because obviously there's some that are just like they go to church and they
Hypocrites.
they go one day to church and they think that that's gonna absolve all the 6 days of sin that they've been
Yeah.
doing. And yeah, you know, but that's not everybody. Sometimes there's actual people there that do care about you. Like today in the gym, I actually met a kid. How old is he? The Benjamin's cousin?
I think he's like 18.
Yeah,
Okay.
18 years old. He's a pastor. Travels the world
That's
trying to
rare.
save people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's a heavy commitment.
It's and
Yeah.
you could. He was explaining why he does what he does. He like when I was listening to him, he's genuinely about helping people.
He say he saved like 1,000 people's like he be talking about God and everything, like explaining everything about life, and they be like giving her life to to Crystal.
Yep.
And
So the people like were depressed and they wanted to take their life, but he changed their motivation
Yeah.
into inspiration.
exactly, you know, preaching like, you know, speaking positivity, letting people know that there's somebody out there like God that loves you and He will take care of all your problems if you like believe in Him,
Yes.
have faith in Him.
Yes.
And I believe, at first I didn't believe it. Like, you know, like to think of somebody in this world, especially nowadays, because social media has ruined my perception of reality nowadays. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens in social media that you see that happens outside of social media. Sometimes you'll see fights or somebody in danger. First thing people do,
Film. Yeah.
they don't even try to
Yeah.
help.
No.
And I used to think there's a whole lot of evil in this world. There's no way that there's gonna be one person that actually genuinely cares about others, but that's not true. And that's why I say sometimes church is a good place to start. He really showed me today that there is people that do care. And sometimes, man, it's good to open up because you never know that what you think in your head is not what is real life. You know, sometimes some people get so stuck in their head, and I'm guilty of this myself. Sometimes I get in my head and I believe that the whole world is out to get me. There's a lot of
Illusions, fantasies,
and,
yeah.
and
yeah.
stuff like that. You know, and you talk to somebody, you tell them like, hey man, you know, it's not like that. Me and my cousin, we had a discussion earlier. You know, we have a lot of conversations about like what we're going through. You know, as men.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to try to bounce back and forth one another because he'll tell me some insight that I would change my perception the same way how I'll tell him. You know, like we'll help each other out.
Yeah.
There's a level of trust, you know, and that's I don't know, that's a huge factor right there.
Yeah. Trust is a must.
Yeah, and I'm like not thinking about it. It's very hard to trust people, man,
Right.
especially like with the world how it is.
But it's like I said, a diamond in the dirt. Once you find them, you know, cherish them, you know, honor them, respect them, you know,
Exactly.
loyalty.
Keep them close, man.
Yeah.
Those are the good
You know,
ones.
build your circle, strengthen it. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, man. You know, a lot of people nowadays. I don't.
Some are brainwashed, some are lost.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think it's mad difficult to trust because it's like the how did I say, like more that like the new generation.
Yeah.
It's like changing everything.
Gen Z, Generation Z, there's millennials. Like, are you guys millennial or?
I was born in 90s. I don't know what
All right,
category.
all right. You're
96.
You're a millennial. What about you?
I'm 96 too.
All right. So,
Oh,
all
you're
right. But the
millennials.
newer generation's the Gen Z, Generation Zoomers.
Yeah, the
Yep.
new generation is
Yeah.
like changing everything. You can see on the social media right now. It's like everything is lost. Like the world is lost.
Yeah, man.
You
Like,
can change. You can see like everything is going down. Like mad different.
Well, technology has tampered with people's tradition of respect, loyalty, honor, integrity, honesty, right? So,
I think it's just a lot of people trying to seek attention, and they're willing
Right.
to do whatever the hell they
right.
can.
There's a lot of the 7 deadly sins going on with the internet and social media, right?
Exactly. Hey, man. All I can say is that.
Greed, lust, gluttony. Help me out. There's other ones too. It's 7 deadly sins, but
Dang it, this is why.
But yeah, those ones mainly.
See, social media nowadays. I say.
Ego, arrogance, all that. Everything. Me. Selfishness. Not trying to help people, but film people suffering or in trouble because they want the views and
They want to be in the spotlight, They want to be
Yeah.
that person that everybody looks up to and be like, oh yeah, it's this guy, he's the guy, and that gives him satisfaction in life. But
Right.
in reality, it's like,
Because if you have the manpower to save somebody and you're filming, you're a horrible person.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
like that's no good.
dang it, why
Yeah.
are the results not coming up? All right, so we got envy, gluttony, pride, sloth, greed, lust, wrath. No, that was way more. See, this is why you can't trust Google. Sometimes you give you more stuff than what you need.
But that's basically it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know, man. You know, I feel like everything is designed nowadays to like make you feel like you're missing out or you're doing less because you get on social media, you see dudes rocking big chains, driving nice cars, you know, living the dream on the internet. Now somebody who's working a 9 to 5 trying to get by, you know, they see that type of shit, they'd be like, must be nice, man. Like, fuck, I gotta go back to work tomorrow and try to fucking pay, like, you know, my bills and stuff like that. And it kind of like wears you down after
Affects
a
their
while.
mental health,
Exactly.
causes problems with them internally.
Exactly.
I can't ever get that, you know? And it's
Yeah.
like, how are they getting it, you know?
I'd say the same thing, man. I wonder to myself. I'd be looking at the streamers, the kids that be on YouTube. I'm not gonna say names, but there's these guys. They do almost about anything that you can think of, and they're gonna post it on social media for their streams. And they live a lavish lifestyle. They got a nice mansion.
I've seen those.
And
Yeah.
they start doing crazy dances and on camera, and you see the people in the comments going crazy. You know, they donating fucking $5-10. Oh,
And these people are already multi-millionaires and maybe billionaires, you know?
dude, it's crazy, man. Then you just be like, ah, man, like what?
They're investing the wrong, like, thing.
Exactly.
They
You
need
think,
to give money to, like, people who are suffering.
Yeah.
Homeless,
no,
veterans, and other people. Like, not give these millionaires more money.
They don't need that money.
They
No,
don't need it, but
no.
but there's people that just look at it like, oh, I'm gonna give him $5. I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna send him this $5, but I want him to do the hokey pokey. And right there, you got people doing the hokey pokey.
LeBron kind of entertains it and just, you know, just.
You know, one video that tripped me out, now that we're talking about that subject, is that girl that gets on TikTok and she repeats the same phrases every time when somebody donates like stickers to her. She'll be like, I love you, love you, love you, thank you, like, thank you. Like,
I've seen that. Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, yo. You look at it, you be like, what the fuck is going on? But they're making a lot of money on that. And everybody wants to do that now. Everybody wants to think like, yo, this is the way how to do it. This is how I'm gonna get bread. Like, the real money is in doing stupid shit like this.
So men need to like stop doing that. Like if they're doing that, they're being boys. Like they can't be simping. They can't be betas. Like
Yeah.
they can't be doing that. Why are they throwing stuff away and causing them more problems of like, oh, I don't have money. Well, that's because you just gave it a bunch of millionaires or billionaires or whatever.
Exactly. Or,
Yeah.
or just seeing those type of things on a daily basis. I'm not gonna lie. I use Facebook a lot. I like using Facebook. Throughout the day, I'll say I use Facebook for about like 3-4 hours. Like on my job, when I'm bored, I'll scroll my news feed, see some memes, see some.
Yeah.
You see like people living the lavish dream, talking about, yeah, you know, if you want to get like me, sign up for my course and stuff. I'm like, fuck you, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not paying you nothing. Like
That's how they make the money.
That's how they make
Yeah.
the money, because they're not gonna teach you nothing. They're just trying to sell you a course, and that's it. The
Yeah.
one-time payment. That's it. They got like 1 million suckers to do that, man.
Yeah.
They got buku
And then they're
bucks.
gonna be just generic. They're gonna tell you stuff that you could actually just looked up.
Exactly. And, and then a man is like, yo, like, you know, sometimes desperation it might drive a guy to be like, you know what, I'm gonna invest $25 in this course. And then they get it and they be like, this is some bullshit. Now, when the fuck am I gonna get the fancy cars, the nice house, and shit like that? Like, this shit didn't teach me nothing like that. And it's just like,
Yeah, it's like going to the casino, think you're gonna win,
No.
gambling. You know, no.
throw that dream. I stopped going to the casino, man. I got a funny story for that. Yeah. I go there with $180. Now I'm not thinking like, oh, $180 is gonna make me rich, but damn it, man, I went there with $180, didn't even win $1. I said I'm never going back to that damn place.
Sounds like that course, you know.
Yep.
Never done any of those courses. I never have. So
I've never had.
Yeah.
I always try to find it either.
figure it out on your own. Research yourself.
That was the casino's lucky day.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Download a PDF file that's illegally. Don't pay these people for dumb shit. You can find it on Google.
They make enough money.
They make enough, man.
Yeah.
There's bound to be some guy that, you know, just be like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna just post it for free on Reddit. You know, and let everybody else take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy. If you're that guy, man, God bless.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the casino, it's like, I don't know, desperation drives a man crazy, especially nowadays with like mental health going like down the drain and stuff like that.
Well, men need to band together. That's the thing. They just need to keep coming together, bonding, like getting business handled, hand over fist, you know, dominating, being alpha, you know. But then they're getting manipulated and controlled in different ways.
Silly boys.
Because the woke agenda and other stuff. They
Yeah.
can't be men. Men can't be men.
Yeah, it's kind of frowned upon nowadays. And I'm not saying like it's bad to be a man, but it's like everything that makes a man, like the qualities of a man, is like deemed as toxic. Like,
Yeah.
you can't be a man that's prideful because that makes you look arrogant, like a douchebag and stuff. But let's say like you worked hard to get to how
Right.
you are, and like the reason you act the way you do is because you've been through so much that now that you achieve this level of success, I'm not saying that you're gonna not be humble, but you're definitely gonna know how to treat people after. You know, like especially like if you had to like grind it from the mud by yourself with no help and stuff.
You're celebrating that you reached your goal.
Exactly,
You reached
but-
a goal.
But then you get viewed as like a shithead, like, oh, this guy, you know, like
Arrogant, egotistical, narcissist. Yeah.
other dudes.
Yeah.
The other dudes are usually the first ones to like start talking shit about another
Yeah.
man like that.
It's true.
and it's
And
not.
it spreads to everybody else. Yeah.
It's not good, man,
No.
because that's envy and that's jealousy. You can achieve that too. Most men, they don't. I don't know. Nowadays, I feel like men aren't being men,
Right. I agree.
and it's very hard to try to be friends with somebody that like really tries to go against the grain. You know, like I work with a guy at my job, and you could tell like he's kind of like a little stuck up. You know, nice clean cut, always wearing like nice shoes and nice clothes. You can't talk to this guy about nothing. You can't be like, oh, she looks nice and stuff, because he'll look at you like as if like, and don't do that and stuff. Like, it's like, man, I'm just trying to like talk to you, man. It's like trying to find common ground. And sometimes some dudes like they try to bring down others. I don't think that's right. Again, he might be like that because of the way how he was brought up, or the shit that he had to do to get to this point. Maybe he's not as humble, or maybe I'm coming off as a little bit like rash. You know, maybe he doesn't like me because of the way I look or how I dress. Because there's some people like that. They look at you, how you dress and how you look, and they automatically assume right there, I don't like this guy.
No doubt.
And I was telling my cousin that I was like, it's crazy to be so prejudiced against somebody just because of their looks. I find it crazy. I judge a man by his character.
Right. Never buy a cover's book. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
That's
It's like you don't got no reason for be thinking about something. Like maybe you don't know if this person it is or not. You know.
yeah.
yeah.
Because beyond the cover of the book, you know, there's more to the story. You know,
There's always more.
you
to
know,
the story.
there's things in between the cover of the book, like, you know, there's layers. You don't know the person, so open it. You know, read, get to know the person by doing that. You know.
Yo, tú sabes cuando, I'm sorry I speak Spanish, more Spanish than English, pero cuando uno está también, like, como we got problems in my mind, when I got problems in my mind, so I go to the gym. Yo voy al gimnasio también.
Yeah,
When I go to the gym, so that's
another good place to go to.
it's
Yeah.
like you're feeling better when you go to the gym, be doing the exercise, like
Therapeutic.
yeah,
Yeah.
como que libera la mente, bro. Te pone como, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't go to the gym though. A lot of people they want to wallow in self pity.
No, but that's another idea, you know. Sometimes it's like, you, baby, it's everyone's. Todo el mundo, bro. Everyone's in the world has like has a bad days. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Everyone's in the world. Everyone's in the world.
Right.
He has a bad days.
Right.
Everyone's.
Yeah.
And a veces pueden ir al gimnasio, like they can go to the gym, doing anything. We got somebody to, you know, to trust, like
Yeah.
they can talk.
Yeah. Bonds build with, you know. Yeah. Motivation, you know.
Yeah, the gym is a good
Yeah,
place
yeah.
to meet people that are actually like trying to elevate themselves. That's one thing that I like the gym is the energy that's in there. Is that
Right.
everybody that's in the gym is there to better themselves.
Yes.
Obviously, there's some people sometimes that they fucking go there and they talk a lot of shit and they judge others and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's usually people that are there to get the common goal is to get bigger, feel
Yeah.
better, and do better.
Right.
Um,
And then run into right people, you know.
Exactly. That type of energy is good, man.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes it's not good to stay in an environment where you look around and it's like a lot of men that aren't really like men. What are you gonna learn? What are you gonna gain from these type of people that they're fucked up in life and they
Yeah.
look at everything so negative? Why don't you try to get out of that environment and go associate yourself with some winners or some people that are trying to win? You know, to try to get better.
Yeah, that's good.
And yeah, the gym is a good place to be at.
That's the right kind of people to move with, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And people don't want to like talk to certain people like therapists, so they go to the gym and they just, you know, deal with their stuff by relieving it through working out and stuff like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's good too. You know, like it's a good start. Going to church too is a good start. Trying to talk to your fellow man about certain things is a good start. Just it's never good to feel like you're alone. Like don't ever think that like there's nobody there to listen and stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
There's always gonna be somebody, or if not, get an Uber driver.
Have faith,
Have
you know,
faith,
in
yeah.
yourself and in the people around you, you know, and come together with them. Like work, bonds, network,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Try to build
a family.
a family, a legacy.
Not all family's blood,
Like,
so yeah.
like close friends.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's like everyone has somebody como tienen a alguien que le importa. Todo el mundo en la vida. Cada persona, like any
Important
person.
people. Yeah. Yeah. Someone's important
That's
to
one
them.
person like
Yeah.
que le importa.
Yeah. You're important people in your life. Yeah. That you can talk to, go to, and bond with.
A family, a friend.
Yeah.
I don't know, like your girl. You know.
Right.
Nah, sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's dangerous to try to talk to your girl about your problems.
Nah, but that's the point. It's like not.
And then the gym's the alternative, and
It's
then
like
other stuff.
it's not me. Like for example, like not
Not every woman is like that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because some don't relate to certain things because they're a woman.
Yeah.
Men are men. They're not going to understand everything that's going
Yeah,
on
but
with their
it's like-
body or mental health.
Especially if it's not like your wife or your mom. Like I feel like the only woman that you can vent to that can truly understand you is probably your mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mostly. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can't try to talk your problems with other women. It's not like I'm trying to be like negative and nothing like that, but it has been numerous of times where it's not just me, it's also the other people. They say, yo, I can't tell my girl shit, man, because we get into an argument, she throws that shit right back at me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, damn.
And you're trying to talk to this person.
Yeah, you're
I
trying
know.
to get some shit off your chest, you
Yeah.
know, and like this person is like, yeah,
That's why.
you know.
That's
Yeah.
why it's difficult to trust somebody.
Yeah, you know.
That's
So
the
it's
point.
better to go to your mom or someone that is like your mom, you know, that you can relate to, than a woman like that you're dating or married to. Because sometimes they don't understand what you're actually going through. So.
Yeah, sometimes they even look at
You
you
know,
like, damn.
sometimes it's the hormones, sometimes it's just, I don't know, whatever. They don't want to hear it. We want you to pretend to be happy and be a robot. So
Yeah.
we're human. So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
We're fucking human at the end of the day. We got
Yeah.
feelings too, man.
Yep. So sometimes we go to gaming too. You know, sometimes that's another thing that relieves it besides the gym and talking to somebody.
Exactly. I
Gaming's
like
therapeutic too.
Yeah, man. You get online, bro. You start talking to people online and stuff like that. You know, sometimes some people going through the same thing. You know?
Yep.
Like you can talk them down from that bridge. Likewise with you. You know.
Yep.
Like, I feel like I've met a lot of cool people online. I'm not gonna lie. I like gaming. I feel like that's like the ultimate like man's club right there.
Yes.
Like,
Yep.
you're gaming with your boys and stuff, and like you guys can talk like all this shit that you want with no repercussions and stuff like that. Sometimes you can't do that with just anybody, but online I feel like it's a whole different vibe. I feel like it's a lot more comfortable. I've definitely spoken to a lot of people that have been going through their own shit online, and it's always hard to give the right advice, especially to somebody that you don't know. But at least you can try to give them some type of like info, like yeah, you know what, man, this life ain't like how you think it is. It's it'll get better. You know, you're not trying to sound generic, but you're trying to like really deeply from the heart.
Right.
You know, like I don't know you, my brother. We played a lot of video games for hours, so I genuinely like I care.
Well, you build trust. You get to know them. You bond with them. You
Exactly.
can relate to them over time.
Exactly.
You know, they can be more close to the family. You're gaming. You're relating with them. You know,
Yeah.
same interests, right?
Yeah.
Same hobby. You know.
And, yeah.
You know what? So, like sometimes it's not everyone's, but sometimes like the people don't know you help more. People knows you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the people knows you, like you being like maybe your family. They don't help you nothing. Like, but sometimes the people don't know you. They help you more.
Yeah, like strangers. Yeah, that's
Right.
true,
And
man.
that's why the world is like it's
Right.
like
There's good
not weird right now.
Samaritans.
It's backwards, man. It's like,
Right.
damn, we should be like, as family, you should try to support me the same way how I try to support you. But sometimes it's not like that. It's like,
There's a lot of weak families out there.
oh yeah.
Selfishness and only their inner family, but not reaching out to other relatives. And
Exactly. They're only loyal to themselves. They're not loyal to like the
And they can be doing extremely well, and then the other families are doing horrible. And it could be like a medical bill or something like depression or suicide.
Mhm.
Not just handing out money, I'm talking about, just like helping them for stuff that's life threatening, you know? Could destroy somebody,
Yeah.
you know? So we need less selfishness, you
We
know?
need less selfishness. Yeah.
Yeah. More selflessness, you know? Selfless, you know? Doing things for others without wanting something in return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's gonna be a lot of bonding when GTA 6 comes out. Man.
Yes.
A lot of people are gonna be online talking that crazy shit.
Yes.
It's gonna
They've
be
been waiting
fun.
for 10 years.
10 years.
Now they gotta wait a couple more years, but you know, it'll be finite. So
Yeah, man. All the homies is going crazy for that.
Yeah.
That trailer, man. That trailer was
right,
insane.
right.
Man.
The campaign, the multiplayer, and then maybe some other like type of modes too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. My favorite part of GTA is just playing GTA Online with this dude.
Yeah.
This guy, we do all the
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
I like the stories, but yeah, multiplayer is fun.
That's-
Yeah.
The stories are great. I
Yeah.
love the GTA 5 story. It's alright. I like GTA 4 story more. I feel like I could relate more to the character in GTA 4. Like
Well, I grew up with Grand Theft Auto 3, the Vice City, and San Andreas.
Those
I grew
are
up with
classics.
those three.
Yep.
And then Grand Theft Auto 4 too, but 5 I actually didn't really play the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't beat the OGs.
Yeah, you can't beat
No.
that. I like San
People
Andreas.
still go back and play those games.
Yeah,
the
they
old
came out
ones.
with the remastered
Yeah.
version, man.
Well, some play even the original. You know?
Yeah,
If they still have the systems, and you can download on the computer, I bet.
Yeah, you can download.
Yeah.
Most of these, there's a lot of people still like in Latino America. They play GTA San Andreas, but like they modded it on the computer so you can play online.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
And
Yeah.
like it's even better than GTA 5. I think GTA 5 Online was inspired because of these like
Modders.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
They be downloading
Yes.
cars. You remember back in the day when people played GTA Online en San Andreas?
Claro, bro.
¿Tú sabes que jugábamos radio?
Y Benjamín tenía eso también. like,
Yeah, they'll play on the computer, bro, and I'll be like, yo, what GTA is this? They got freaking Lambos, like actual Lambos in the
Yeah.
game. I'm like,
Right.
yo,
Realistic. Yeah.
realistic
Graphic
looking
and,
Lambos,
you know,
and,
yeah.
and there's like fucking 50 other players in the lobby. I'm like, yo, what GTA
Yeah.
is this? And it's like, yo, it's online. I was like, man, this is.
They're showing up the actual company, the $1 billion company. You know.
I think they were inspired. Well, they actually got inspired too. You heard of 5M, right?
Yeah. Didn't they hire them?
I think they did.
Yeah.
I think they're
Yeah.
gonna. GTA
Yeah.
6 is gonna be running 5M or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, yo, that's
Yeah.
that's freaking
Because of
awesome.
modders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enhancing the game.
I've seen a video where they put the Massachusetts State Trooper.
Yeah.
In the
That one's viral actually. That one is. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that. That's just crazy. Like, and that's not even just the skin. It's actually like they pretend that they're actual cops.
Yeah.
They'll see a guy driving fast and then be like, "Oh, we're pulling him
I've
over."
seen it. It's so viral. It's on Facebook. It
It's-
shows up a few times here and there.
You should see it, bro. It's GTA 5, but more realistic.
Like the police can pull over.
You
They
could
made
be-
like
you
a
could
map.
be-
It's like Massachusetts too, and other
Yeah.
stuff. They have actual buildings.
No way.
Yeah,
like
bro.
Boston Police and State Police, Massachusetts. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's
That's nice.
Yeah. You'll find it if you Google it or Facebook or whatever. Yeah.
That's it's gonna be fun, man. Like just having that, cause it's only exclusive to PC players.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I don't like. Like imagine like if the console play, well, soon enough, but if console players could actually access like 5M, that would be way more fun, man. Cause it's like you can only play GTA Online like for a certain time before you start getting bored. And then like you can actually like on 5M you can actually join gangs like gangs and stuff and do realistic stuff like get into shootouts. I'm not condoning it, but like damn man, that's like the perfect escape from real life, man. Just like hell yeah, man.
Just on a game, doing a whole lot of game shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was playing like online, do you remember?
Yeah, we would be doing that. Like, yo, let's just be.
We was telling bros.
Let's not actually get arrested in real life. Let's play
Yeah.
GTA and escape it. You know, the Matrix. Yeah.
With the homies and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That saved probably a lot of guys, you know, from actual trouble, relieving gaming, you know,
Yeah,
besides the gym.
You know, in DR sometimes it's danger. Like the motorcycle,
Yeah,
you got like 2 men right there, like.
yeah.
riding the
I've seen
motorcycle.
videos.
They
Yeah,
go like.
Yeah.
So we'll be on
And
the
we do that.
motorcycle.
I know.
Me and him, I'll be driving, he'll be in the back seat. We'll just pull up to some random pedestrian in the game. He'll be like, yo.
And we was talking on the phone.
Yeah,
so we was
hand
joking
over
a lot.
everything. I know. Yep, and get away. Yep.
Oh man,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
freaking hilarious, yo. I don't know. I feel that's a good bonding moment for homies right there, man. Like, even though it's like you're doing bad stuff in a video game, it's still like it's funny as hell. At least you're not hurting somebody in real life.
I would say GTA reduced a lot of crime because people are playing the game instead of actually snapping in real life. They take it on the game.
Right.
You know, even though the game's based on criminal, Grand Theft Auto, like you're committing crimes.
Right.
But I think it actually saves people from actually committing crimes by playing games.
Yeah.
And it's such a bad move. Like I'm gonna do this, but oh, you know what? I can just game. You know, I can relieve it.
I'm gonna just go kill
Yeah.
some people in the system. I don't need to kill somebody in real life.
No,
I'm
yeah.
tripping.
But I bet you that has saved people, like literally.
Man, man, I can definitely.
Yeah,
and
like-
again, because of mental health.
Yes.
Man. Sometimes,
Yes.
bro, like the life
Yes.
be beating the shit out of
Yes.
us, man. That's
Yes.
the only escape, man. Like it's fucked up that we have to pretend on a video game to kill people because of the stresses of real life. I think that's crazy.
Right. But it's reduced violence in real life, which is good.
Yeah, that's good, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely play a lot of Red Dead, and I'd lose myself in that game. I'd basically become an actual fucking cowboy, like, and I just be doing.
I played the original PS2 one. I never played the other one.
Revolver, Red Dead Revolver.
Well, not on the Xbox, but the PS2.
Yeah, Red
the
Dead
original.
Revolver.
Yeah.
That
Red Dead Revolver. Yes.
Yeah, dude, they came out with the Red Dead for Nintendo Switch. It's $35. I bought it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a masterpiece. It's definitely not the same as Red Dead 2
Right.
because that's like high definition.
Well, I never played the high definition one. I
Oh,
just
man.
watched the video, but I know about it. I know it's lit.
Dude, you would love
Yeah,
that
but the
game.
nostalgia though, because I grew up with that too, like you. Nostalgia of the old game, the original.
Yeah, dude, yeah, the Red Dead 1, they actually like they pay homage a lot to Red Dead Revolver. They talk about like the old character. Obviously, they're not gonna center the story around those people, but they basically bring
Pay
up-
homage,
Exactly.
Easter eggs, right? References.
Exactly. They got twin rocks from the original Red Dead Revolver. They actually added it to the new one, and it looks identical to the old one and stuff. And I think it's so dope.
So same universe, just different later on in the
Yeah,
years.
later
okay,
on,
okay.
yeah.
So there is same universe timeline. Okay.
They know of each other.
Yeah.
Like in the game, like not like they know who they are, but they talk about it like, oh, like the main character from the Red Dead Revolver, I forget his name. They bring him up in one of the Easter eggs. Like they talk about, oh, have you ever heard of
The legend.
the Legend of the
Yeah.
West? This guy, and like you're playing as a dude that's basically the Legend of the West, and like you're hearing it from the old game. I think it's so dope.
Yeah,
I like
when they
that.
tie it in and weave it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The escape of video games is it's therapeutic. I encourage a lot of homies to try to game a lot more and try to get away from reality and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like don't do it too much because you know too much of anything.
Some,
is bad.
yeah, bad. Yeah, yeah. But that's why you have a blend of the gym, gaming, talking to somebody, whether it's a therapist, a family member, a friend, or you know someone online that you trust
Exactly.
on like the game that you built with. You know what to say. You don't give out too much information, but someone you can like talk to about stuff. You know.
Exactly.
Yep. And another thing is like going to the range too. It's very relieving, as long as you practice gun safety, you have someone that has an LTC and, properly doing things legally and they're trained and you're learning from them. Like, you can learn how to do self-defense and practice and discipline, and it helps mature a man too with dealing with something like that,
I think the shooting range is definitely like a very therapeutic spot to go to. I've heard so many good like things about it. When people go to the shooting range, they come back out like feeling relieved and all that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to go and try it. I'm in the process right now to get my LTC. I put in the application when we first met. I think it was in August.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. I put my application in. They still haven't contacted me. I spoke to my friend. He had his LTC in Boston, and he told me that I should go to some firearms not supplement. Safety courses,
Yeah.
And like some other live fire stuff. Try to get some more certifications because over here in Boston, they're really, really like against trying to give your LTC.
Right, strict, tough, yep.
They're very strict and tough.
Yep.
And man, it's kind of hard to live your life nowadays without it.
Right, protecting, keeping safe, there's a lot of crime going up, and that affects men's mental health when they're being diminished of their rights.
Yeah,
It
makes you feel like, it makes you worry, like sometimes there's certain situations where it's like somebody else might have a gun and you don't, and now like what the fuck are you gonna do?
Right. Men are genetically designed to protect, and then woman is like comfort and nurture, like kids or babies, and like the man at times comfort, but the men is supposed to be the protector, the guardian,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, man.
Like the guardian angel.
And when they take away those rights, man, you just feel like, fuck, man.
Right.
And then sometimes some dudes, they end up doing the wrong thing. They
Right.
end up buying an illegal gun, like, because they're scared of their lives and stuff. They get pulled over with it, and now they're even in a worse situation. Yeah, man.
Right. And
It's-
that causes mass incarceration, you
Yeah.
know, and they don't want it because of like gain and drug stuff. It's more protection.
Yeah.
Because if people come up with guns to you or someone has some kind of machete or knife, because that happens, what are you going to do? You know, you're going to give up everything and then you're stripped of your manhood.
Yeah.
They take your car, your kids can get hurt, your girlfriend, wife, whatever, you know, can get hurt. It's just diminishing and not safe.
Yeah, and the toll that can take on
Right.
on a man's mind
Right.
afterwards, like thinking of like all the worst case scenarios, like damn, I couldn't do nothing to protect myself or
Yep.
my family, you know.
Because some people are crazy and they don't care if they kill you or your family or friends, and then, you know, you need to have protection.
And then the person that's on the other side of the gun that pulls the trigger is another person that's been pushed to the limit. I'm not gonna justify people doing the shit that they do, but sometimes, man, some people they do some shit because of, again, the mental health issue.
Right.
Sometimes some people don't know how to take out their frustration correctly. Sometimes people they do the wrong thing.
Right. And then on the other side, you want men who want to have like a firearm to protect themselves and feel safe. But when they don't get access to them properly, then their mental health is affected. Because then they're going to get in trouble and they could get jail time, fined, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Charged as a felon, and that ruins their career of getting a job, and that diminishes it more.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good thing too to get your confidence up as a man is like going into like a fighting gym, you know, being able to like,
Mixed martial arts,
Mixed martial-
boxing,
you know, self-defense classes, you know, that can help
Right.
a lot.
counterterrorism training, all kinds of stuff, you know. And some men join the military, law enforcement, because they want to keep people safe, they want to protect them. And there's honor and duty in doing that as a man, because they're designed to protect and be guardians, like genetically. And in the long run of the human race, that's what men mostly did. So it fulfills that inner instinct of being a man.
Exactly.
So it's another way of like them trying to make their persona known as like a man, and you know their mental health. You
Exactly.
know,
Yeah, man.
being known like to help reduce the stress, depression, and anxiety.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey, brother, I don't want to cut the conversation short, but I do have to go. It was definitely a good talk. I do enjoy talking and being on this podcast, and I definitely do wish that anybody that listens, man, just try to, you know, open up, change your mind, try to be different. You know, not the world is not out to get you. There's always somebody out there that is willing to listen and talk you off that bridge. And yeah,
Make sure to like, share, subscribe, engage in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and tune in for other Derek discussions.
Yeah,
Thank you for
man.
your time, brother.
Nice to see you, my man.
You too.
brother.
Take care, people.